you're in your 21st season as head coach for the men's program. How are you looking this year?
First off, saying I'm in my 21st year means that I'm old. I was looking in the mirror today. I got like this gray patch right here and all this gray over here. But it has been an absolute joy to be employed at William Penn and be the basketball coach here. And how we're looking this year, I like how we're looking. We're a work in progress, and I made you wait a little longer for this interview because we were into something with our next opponent. But I like where we're at, but I really like where we're going. I think we're headed in the right direction, and I feel like we'll be pretty good soon.
Hopefully I don't bring up any old sores, but again, last year,
I know you're about to.
You guys had a good record last year going into nationals, and you guys kind of fell short of where you hoped to be. Kind of how's that tailored this year's practice or this year's kind of game plan?
I've been grumpy, quite honestly, but I have to remind myself we won the regular season championship, conference championship. We won the conference tournament championship, and we went to the Sweet 16. We had bigger goals than the Sweet 16, but if your bigger goals land you with 2 conference titles and a Sweet 16, that's still very good. I mean, the program has morphed into this thing where, it's Final Four or championship or bust. And we got to remind ourselves that that's so difficult to do. It's been hard. I think it's the way we went out, getting beat by over 20 and just not looking very good. We were 25-1. And we got our butts kicked, and it just didn't sit well with any of us. But we have to continually remind ourselves that it was a great season. I mean, a lot of schools would celebrate that and put that team in the Hall of Fame. So we got to be realistic with ourselves. Last year was fantastic. However, with so many guys back, 10-letter winners, and then Malyk Thomas being 11 because he was out last year, expectations for us as a team internally are pretty high.
All right, so you said that you did get beat by 20 in the championship game, but you're used to beating teams by 20 or even more. Have you always been like a fast-paced offense kind of team, or is that just kind of determined on who you have?
No.
Like Kavion Blaylock, Mari Newman, they just kind of foster that?
Right. No, we changed philosophies probably in 2000, I think it was 9. For the first 7-8 years of my career here at Penn as the head coach, we played slow and we played direct. We ran a lot of box set plays. We probably had a catalog of 35 plays. I mean, I even had like an index card in my pocket during games. And then 2009, I think it was, Chris Miller, Alex Robinson, Alvin Robertson, and others, I just said, Joel Stout, guys like that, we needed to play fast because we had awesome athletes. And I'm forgetting some people. I know there's a lot of really great players on 2008 and 2009 is when we switched to playing fast. And then the philosophy of our fast break and the offense that we run now has been changed and teetered with over the last 6 years since we joined the Heart of America. Really, when we went Division I, we went even faster. And now there's no divisions, it's all the same. But that first 6 years when we turned Division I, we got awesome athletes and we just wanted to play as fast as possible. If we don't have 50 at halftime, I'm upset. And I want 100. I want the hot dogs to be 25 cents, 50 cents, or free. That's our philosophy. And the kids enjoy it because that's the way they play in the summertime. Why not feed into that?
Yeah, it's definitely how they play a lot over in the summer. So you do have...
All right, and you know what? When you're playing that fast, you can play more people because they get tired. And then the next day they come to practice and they're excited to practice. If I only play 6 guys and I got 12 others sitting on the bench not playing, they're not excited to come to practice. So that's part of it too.
Right. So speaking of last year, your team didn't get as far as they wanted to. You do have Blaylock coming back, Cager coming back, Newman coming back. They're all.
We basically have everybody except for Nate Gehring and Eddie, and we had a couple of guys. We had 2 transfers, but Nate and Eddie were big on what we did last year. What I used to call the big white boys, the 2 big 6'9" white kids that worked their tails off, and they are legends here. I mean, they were awesome for for many years. Eddie was here 4 years and Nate was here 2 years, and they were great. Trying to replace them with carbon copies is impossible.
Yeah, it's not going to be.
We have replaced them with a couple of guys that I think are going to be hybrids of what they were. They're working very hard. Ray and Fred. I don't like to call out new individuals in a preseason talk, but they're doing very well and they're working very hard. But it's going to be a little different for our fan base has watched us for many years. Nate and Eddie are legends and will be loved forever. But Fred and Ray are a little bit different players. So we had to tweak a little bit of what we do.
All right, so any specific games you're looking forward to this year?
I'm excited for Friday.
Friday. Who do you play Friday?
We play Dort. And you just watched me rant for 20 minutes to stop acting like you don't know. Dort is a team that we have a little bit of history with. These kids that are playing now, they don't know what happened. 2014, we had a great game at Branson, and it's just they can't be a rival because they're not in our conference. But it's just fun to start the season with somebody that you respect and somebody can beat you and beat you bad. So it'll be a fun time. And the fact that we're driving all the way to Chicago to play another team from Iowa is kind of weird, but we're going to Chicago for Josh Watkins and Ahmad Pinder. This entire trip is set up for them. Initially, we had 3 games set up, and one of them was canceled. So we're going 2 games because they're both from Chicago. I just got done talking to Ahmad about it. He's out with a knee injury, and it's really sad because we set this up so that they both can play in front of their families. But they're still going to see their families, which is really neat. And Josh has a child that he'll be able to see, and it'll be a fun trip. Awesome. We're going to get some different type of pizza and do some different things. But winning is the objective, though. Yeah. Going 1-1 or 0-2 would be unacceptable. We need to win both these games if possible. And if the ball bouncing or God willing or whatever cliche you want me to say, we need to start our season off getting these 2 wins. And Dort's the first one and the most important because that's the one that's in front of us. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get ready right now. As you can hear the squeaking in the background.
Looks like a fun time. So
yeah, if you're not in uniform.
That's true. I like being on the sideline for that.
Right.
All right, so how's the team looking this year?
I think we're looking pretty good. I like the mix of the veterans and the young guys, because the young guys like Moo and Malyk, those are 2 of our newcomers from Philly.
That's what Henry was just saying, was that you guys have a mix of 18-year-olds and kids or guys who just are mid-20s.
And they don't act 18, but they're still young. You can say the game's still young, but not young to where they can't play. They can play now, so I'm liking this team. And then we lost Eddie and Nate, my boys, but replaced them with Fred and Ray, which is also a good pickup, 2 versatile bigs. So I think we're looking pretty good. Got our core back. Chance has made crazy improvements. Chance is really, really nice now. So I think we're looking pretty good. I'm real confident this year, for sure.
How excited are you to start off the season in a couple days?
I'm pretty excited, I don't ever get too overly excited. Of course, when it's really game time, I'm gonna get the little butterflies, typical. But
the stuff you gotta have the little butterflies.
Yeah, definitely. But for me, I really just love playing basketball. So it's just, I guess you can't say I am actually pretty excited. I'm happy. I was thinking of nervous when you said excited. I'm not nervous. I'm excited for sure. Yeah.
So I played golf, so I have my extra COVID year too. How is that like? How kind of a breath of relief was that you got? Was that more of I gotta go back to school, or was that more of I get one more year and do what I love?
That the second one for sure. I get one more year. I was happy because I like these guys, like the coaches, Yep. And I got a couple of friends who are agents, so he told me they looking at me, and it's I didn't really want to go overseas. I really like it here, so I was really happy to get the COVID year. I wish my teammate Dexter Hood would have got a COVID year, because he was really nice.
He was nice.
Shout out Coach Henry, he got us scheduled 2 Chicago games, so I really appreciate that, and my family and friends come watch us play basketball.
Oh, you're one of the ones from Chicago, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's right,
yeah,
you get to go back and play in front of your family.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I get to see my son. My son, I got a 6-month-old son, so he finally get to see me play ball,
That'll be nice.
So I'm definitely happy about that. Shout out my family, of course, my wife, my kids, everybody, Everybody. Shout out to everybody. I love everybody, man.
All right. Not too bad. All right, that's all I got for you.
For sure, man. Appreciate you, boss.
No problem.
Having KV on Blaylock, Martin Newman, Cager coming back for their essentially COVID year, how have they kind of matured these younger guys or even the transfers coming in so far?
KB on Blaylock, Q Cager, Kamari Newman, Josh Watkins, Malyk Thomas coming back after a year of coaching. A kid like that who coaches for a year, he comes back understanding even more what we're doing. And then you throw in guys like Daniel Rosenberg and some of the other guys that are back who were in practice last year. And I'm not going to be able to rattle off everybody's name, but it's good because the weird thing is we've got a great mix of like 30-year-olds and a bunch of teenagers. So I've had to say this phrase about 10 times already, probably more than that, is I know you old guys have heard this before, but I got to say it again for the younger guys. And they just look at me like he's about to talk about push, pull, swim or cone breaker or whatever, or, got to have a back man, all the things that I say all the time. And they've heard it for so long. But we still have to say it because the new guys, the young guys, we got 18-year-old kids. We've got 2 freshmen from Philadelphia that are amazing. I was telling you that off air. But they still need to be taught the way we do things. So they're helping out a lot. I'm sure there's some locker room talk or some sideline talk that they're being good leaders. We've talked to them about that. And passing the tradition on because they'll all be gone next year. And I guarantee they want to know if we beat Grandview, in the toilet paper game, or did we win the league, or did we go to nationals? And they want to pass it on. And that's one thing that we always preached is the jersey never comes off. 10 years from now, I want them to care what we're doing, or contact us and let us know how they're doing, or did they get married or get a new job or have another baby, or maybe they retired from playing professionally. I don't know. But that matters to me and Sandquist and Don and the entire program and all the former players too. And I just talked to a bunch of them the other night, and I'm very proud of that for how we've managed to build this into that situation.
I came here from Texas. Glad I came here. Freshman year, didn't do too much. I was on the JV team, but obviously I proved something to the coaches, so they pulled me up at the end of the season. And then I've kind of just been around ever since and been helping out with multiple teams. Didn't get to play last year because of injuries, but this year I'm just excited to be back with the team, being able to play again. I'm excited. We're looking to win it all. Last year was a bad game, the end of the game, so hopefully we can make up for that and improve what we really can do.
Right. How does it feel to be back on the court after injury? Because I bet that's the best feeling in the world.
It feels amazing, absolutely amazing. I used to bug them about it all the time, pretty much every day, just trying to get back on the court. And now that I am, just trying to go out with a bang pretty much.
All right, so you're out of eligibility after this year, right?
Yes, I am.
All right, so you're looking to kind of take all the years that you've had and kind of just make one last run at it. So how's practice been so far?
It's been fun. The beginning of the year, so of course it's a lot of talking to make sure everybody understands what's going on.
Yep.
But other than that, I've been enjoying it. We joke around a lot, but that's just how we are. Can't go around with boring practices because then nobody wants to show up.
Yep.
So it's been fun. Even though it's just tiring a little bit, but I'll take that over anything.
Yeah, it's better to be tired than bored. All right, so you have any family or friends you want to kind of give a little shout out to, or anyone specific?
I guess I'll shout out my mom and my little sister. They support me in everything I do, stuff like that. So
you guys start your season off, like you said, at Dordt this Friday.
Yep.
And then you guys don't officially start your home stretch, I believe, until the 30th.
Yes. Is that William Woods?
Yep.
We actually have a home scrimmage on the 26th versus Indian Hills.
Is that open for?
It is, and that is a blast.
All right, so we'll have to come out for that then.
There are the Duke of junior college.
They are amazing in almost every sport.
Yeah, and we like to think we're pretty good, and it's fun. I think the last 5 times we've played, it's been a really good game. We didn't play last year because of COVID. The year before, they beat us 99-98 in the final seconds, and it's a good time. their staff and our staff get along. They come up here sometimes and play in the summer, so it'll be a slugfest. It'll be fun.
And then
A lot of really good athletes will be on the floor that night. The 26th,
all
everybody.
right, so we just sat down with Coach Henry, and their season officially starts this Friday. They're going to take on Dort over in the Governor State tournament, and they're going to be back at home for a scrimmage against Indian Hills on the 26th, and then they'll officially start their regular season against William Woods on the 30th here in the Penn Gymnasium. So we'll look forward to see you guys compete this year and hope for the best.
Looking forward to it. It's just good to hear the ball bouncing again and not be wearing masks in here.
Yeah,
You know?
that's nice.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.